let's take a look at the neck. Since I did some of the neck painting, I'm going to move the head to see what's happening with the neck. And I'm only going to try to focus my attention on looking at the screen right side, because I know the screen left side is wrong. So let me see what we have here. Okay. It looks like some of the inside of the mouth, I think the mouth bag, let me go take a look. Actually, a smarter thing to do would be to select an edge loop like this, somewhere closer inside, like that, and then just grow the selection. Isolate it. And first, I'll just give all the weighting to the head. So I'll go look for my head joint, dig down here, and just give all this to the head to start off. So I'll go replace the weighting of 1 and go flood. All right, so this isn't that much of a big deal right now. So if I move this, let me change my view port coloring so I could see better. All right, so this is what has to be fixed. Looks like down here, something in the neck is adversely impacting vertices here. Definitely don't want that. So I'm going to look for them by setting this to a very low number and cycling through. Yeah, the jaw should not have anything here. So I'm going to replace that with 0. Take all influences of the jaw away from this. All right, so I'm going to, just so I can do the neck better, I'm going to unlock everything and do my first mirroring so I can resolve the neck as one, and then go back to just focusing on one side. So to make sure that the mirror is working correctly, I'm going to first open my mirror tool, my mirror weights. I'm definitely going from the positive axis to the negative axis. I want closest point of surface and 1 to 1 so that it looks for the exact equivalent on the other side. And just so I can see, make sure it's working correctly, I'm going to go into the weight paint tool and I'm going to select, say, my chest. Yeah, so that I can watch this as I run the operation. Make sure this is back to 1. And what I want to see is everything going from screen right to screen left. So if I go apply, yeah, that is right. So now if I go to the neck, I should have a mirrored influence of the neck, and now I can focus on repairing the neck. I'm going to go back in and lock all the stuff for the left hand because I know all that stuff for the most part is done. So I'm going to just lock it just to protect it. I'm going to raise her head and start doing some of this work. So if I go into the weight painting tool, select some of these neck joints. This is the base, middle, end. And these vertices should definitely be with maybe that one over there. Shouldn't be assigned to this middle one. Okay, so this is a good starting point. and see how much influence the head has in that region. It'd be a good idea to start smoothing. I have a vertice selected. I have to make sure, come in here, start smoothing things out. So I can start doing some flooding so it averages it out nicely. With this one, I'm going to try to be just a little bit more careful because I did do some painting around it. But actually, no, it might also be fine with just a little bit of flooding. Looks like jaw end has influence on this mesh. And that was one of the ones that should have been excluded from skinning. So I'm going to make sure I do that now. Set it to 0. Make sure it has no influence on anything. All right, so with this neck, you probably do see that in spite of all the painting that I'm doing, there is some influence coming from somewhere that's causing this mess. And I've done a fair amount of smoothing and it's still like this. I immediately, well, not immediately, but it looks like it's this thing here, this connector chain. I should have been mindful about excluding it from the skinning, but I'm just gonna come over here and I really should select this joint and make sure it's nowhere, none of it is influencing, none of these 3 joints are influencing the body. I think I could go to edit skin influences and I could have these remove, and that should release it from them. But yeah, they're no longer in the list, but they have definitely been assigned to something else. To better identify it, let me set this to 0.01 and just click through here and try to figure out who has influence in this area other than the neck. So I'm going to turn off selection highlighting and just click through what's happening. So the neck, first base neck has influence up there, second and that. And I'll resolve that shortly. I just want to make sure nobody far away has influence. So it looks like some of the jaw also has influence there. Okay, so it looks like those are the main problem areas. So I'll just start by removing the jaw's influence here. So I can return to my smooth flooding. Let's see what the chest is doing here. There's a weird little hitch here. I'm going to try to look for it again by cranking this all the way down. See if anybody that is not supposed to have influence has influence in this region. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just the 3 scapula, chest, and base of the neck, and they just need to be smoothed out. Yeah, looks like I was doing a bad job of sharing distribution of that region between the head and the last neck joint, and eventually a jaw is probably going to get some of it too. Once again, I'll wait till I do the head fitting to deal with additional issues that will come when advanced skeleton decides to do its weighting based off of the head fitting.